And now it is my distinct privilege to welcome our new president and vice chancellor, Professor Santa Ono, to the stage.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's incredibly exciting to be here with you. This is really my first day of my first year at the University of British Columbia. Welcome to the incoming class of 2016. You'll be graduating in 2020. Congratulations on being part of one of the world's greatest universities, ranked in the top 33 overall, number 6 in North America among public universities. Let's hear it for UBC. Now, before I go on, I just want to say that listening to the Okanagan song was really, really quite emotional. And we want to acknowledge that we are unceded territory from them. And we are very, very, very fortunate to be able to build such a great institution here in the Okanagan and also in the Musqueam. Like you, as I said, I'm also new, part of your class. I will always identify as part of your class of over 2,400 first-year students here. And I've been very, very excited since the announcement of my appointment on June 15th to be joining you today. I want to tell you that just like you, I'm learning about UBC, I'm meeting new people, and I'm guessing that you probably are maybe a little bit apprehensive every now and then. Maybe you spoke to your mom and dad, your grandparents, or your siblings about this new chapter of your life. And I have those same feelings too, because this is a new institution for me. And one of the messages that I wanted to put forward to you is that that's perfectly okay, that this is a transition for you, and it's a transition for me. Now, one of the things that I can say is that I have been a first-year student before. As an undergraduate at the University of Chicago, I was a first-year student as a graduate student at McGill University. So I can tell you with my own life experience that even if you're feeling those things, maybe you're an international student, you're far, far away from home, I can tell you absolutely that everything will be okay. I'm still standing here after several first days of my first year in different parts of my life. I also wanted to take this opportunity to follow up on It Is Yours. This is your moment. You know, you've been guided by your parents and your loved ones all along the way, but this is now your moment. You're on your own, surrounded by wonderful faculty and administrators, classmates. But I want to encourage you, moving from this moment forward, to follow your own passions, to perhaps learn what those passions are. Obviously, to study hard and to challenge yourself. And first and foremost, I challenge you to be courageous. You've been tremendously courageous to make it to this point. It's incredibly difficult to be admitted to the University of British Columbia. And so let's all of us give this group a congratulations. Let's hear it for you, for what you've done to get here today. Now I'm going to say something a little bit different than what many people say. Certainly you're here, you're going to be educated by outstanding faculty members. And if you ask people, what is the aim of an education? Many of them will say that it is to master a different subject. Maybe it's engineering, maybe it's creative writing, maybe it's the arts, maybe it's the sciences. But I'm here to say something different. You see, if you think about your life as a book, and that there are multiple chapters in that book, you are at a pivotal chapter in the story of your life. If you ask most people why you're at a university, it is to educate your mind, to master a different subject. But I'm here to say something a little bit different, and I hope that you will take this encouragement seriously. And that is that I hope that you will view your education at the University of British Columbia not only as an education of the mind, but also an education of your hearts and your souls. Let me tell you a little bit about that. You're at this magnificent institution. that many people would like to be part of, and only a select privileged few can actually be admitted to. And I want you to just, for a moment, internalize that, appreciate the privilege that you have to be at such a world-class institution. Think about those who didn't get in. You must know those who didn't get in. But think not only about those who finished high school and didn't get in, but think about those who didn't finish high school. Think about those in distant places around the globe where they're much less privileged, where it's difficult to get water, where people have to walk miles and miles to get water for their children. We are all incredibly privileged to be here at the University of British Columbia, in such a beautiful province, in such a wonderful nation. And so what I want to encourage you to do while you're here, inside the classroom, in your extracurricular activities, in service activities for the community here, at your campus, in the Okanagan, wherever you might go on internships or co-ops during the summer, to remember that you are privileged and to encourage you to use your gifts that most people don't have to make society better, to educate not only your mind, but to educate your heart, to be receptive and loving of those who are less privileged than you are. Remember, UBC is that space in between the high schools that you come from and where you are going to go. It's a transition point. It's scary and exciting at the same time. And one of the things I'd like to say to each and every one of you in these 4 years or so that you're going to be here, don't rush. It's a magical time. Just like you should savor every word on a great novel as you read and flip the pages in an important chapter of an outstanding novel. You don't want to just gloss over that. You want to actually read and reread and savor the glory of the written word in that chapter. The same thing. In this chapter of your life, don't rush. Really build friendships that will last for the rest of your lives. Really ask questions, the difficult questions. And don't be afraid to argue and really understand and comprehend a complex concept. There's no need to rush. It's a magical chapter in your life. It's a very important space in which you will grow, where you will be transformed, and you will find yourself and become somebody that today you cannot even imagine that you will become. And the last thing I'd like to say, don't be afraid to go outside of your comfort zone. Because only by going outside of your comfort zone that you will truly blossom to the outer limits of your potential. Don't be afraid to be out by yourself on the penetrating cutting edge of whatever you do. Whether it's the arts or engineering, whether it's science, when you're at the penetrating cutting edge of anything, you are leading not just yourself, but you're leading others around you. And if you use those gifts for those who are less fortunate, you can lift up those around you.